What is up, YouTube? I purchased me another bike. So this is a 2011 Benelli TNT 135. Been driving it around, wanted some upgrades, has some issues with it, and so just kind of going over everything. It's a Chinese bike, so I bought a bunch of Chinese parts from eBay, Temu, just stuff that I bought for it to make it feel better, feel more comfortable, hopefully perform a little bit better. When I got it, the speedometer apparently comes messed up from the factory. I think it was saying I was going 70 miles an hour at one point when the GPS was around 50, 55. So I got that all fixed. Now the speedometer is supposed to be accurate. There's some videos online to teach you how to fix it. There's a couple buttons on the speedometer that you gotta click through and change some of the settings. And I'm probably within a mile, maybe 2 miles off from GPS speed, so I'm a lot more happy. Like I said, it probably goes about 55 right now. It's all stock. The only thing that's been done is the fender eliminator before I bought the bike. So right now we got some new levers we're putting on. I bought some handlebars from Temu, but they were like probably right here. They were really short, so we had to return those. So I'm still looking for some new bars for it. I want some new mirrors, but that should all come in the next video. Today we're gonna change out the levers. I'm probably gonna take this mirror off because I can't see anything out of that mirror. That mirror hits my arm whenever I'm riding, so you can't see it. This one works really good. So I'll probably take that one off. I'm thinking about doing some bar mirrors eventually, but the main thing's gonna be this intake. This intake, apparently you gotta take the whole bike apart. So I was kind of working on it last night, loosening some bolts. So that's why this is just hanging out like that. I've already taken this off, so do a little step-by-step video on what exactly needs to come off so that we can get this air box off and put a new intake on it. I saw the Chimera intakes on there online for about $100 or something. I think it's like 80 bucks for the pipe, maybe another 20 bucks for the air filter. So I went a little bit different route since it is a Chinese bike. I wanted to see if I could do it for cheaper. So I've got some parts for maybe like 20, 30 bucks. So we're gonna try and install those, see if they work. I think my intake that I'm gonna be building is gonna be a little bit better. It seems like the pipes are a little bit thicker so that more air can go in. So I'm hoping to get better results from the Chimera, but we'll take it apart, see if the top speed. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start out with the mirror, get it knocked out. It's pretty simple, it just twists off. That'll actually give us some room to get to this Phillips for the clutch lever. So the clutch lever has an 8mm on the bottom. Got the nut off, and then now you can take the Phillips off the top. Disconnect the cable, pops right out. Got this brand new fancy adjustable lever. We'll get it installed. Looks like we'll need to tighten the clutch cable as well. It's just spinning around right now. All right, so that's as simple as that is, and then we'll go do the same thing on the other side. For some reason my nut on the brake lever is a 10, but this side was an 8, so I'm not sure if that's factory or if somebody else had been messing with it, but that is what it looks like with the new brake. This feels so much better than the factory. This is an eBay special for like 25 bucks. It's very cheap. All right, and just like that, we've got both the clutch and the brake levers replaced. Pretty simple, one bolt, one nut on each side. So now we're gonna get into the main focus, which is gonna be this air box. So we'll go kind of step by step, show you kind of what I did last night to get everything pre-disassembled. So the first thing we'll need to do is take this fairing off. So to take this off, we've got a bolt under here. It's by this oil cooler. So you got to take that Phillips out, these two, those two, these two. And then there's one here. There's two more Phillips here. This is a an Allen key. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Allen keys and 2, 4, 6 Phillips. There's some screws right here. You don't need to take these off if you're taking this all off as one piece, which I recommend because that exposes the whole gas tank and gets everything clear. Which leads to the next step. You're gonna have 2 Allens here, 2 Allens here. That will take the gas tank out. I'm gonna try and just get it out of the way and move to the side when we get this out. But I did take these bolts off so that it at least moves around. Next step. So this is the one that was on the side fairing. And then there's another one down here. And then there's another one here. That gets that out of the way. And that exposes the intake box. And then you'll have to get in there to take the little C-clamp off for the inlet. I've started taking the back seat off. Got 2 Allens here. We're gonna take this bar off so we can get the battery out too. So this one's already basically taken off. So this just connects there, but you need that out of the way so we can get the battery. Battery's got 2 Phillips for the terminals. It does have a bracket that goes over it that has 1 bolt on this driver's side, left side. I believe that's a 10 millimeter as well. And then you'll be able to get the battery out. Right now we're working on getting the tray out, because apparently we got to get the tray out so that we can get the air box out. So there's a couple bolts down here that should need to come out. So we'll look for those bolts so we can take that out and keep moving forward. Alright guys, I've got it all taken apart. Ended up getting all these bolts off so we can lower the battery tray down. Hopefully you can see that it's lowered down 2, 4, 6, 8 bolts. Looks like took the ones out for the tail light too. Wasn't sure if I needed to, but it does look like I needed to, so that's good. So then we've got this big massive hole. So from my research, this is all loose now. This will need to come down, twist, and then it should come out without having to break it. So we got to get to, you can't see it, there's a screw holding it onto the throttle body for that C-clamp. We got to take that off, get it disconnected, and then see about twisting and manipulating it until it comes out. So that is next on the agenda. All right, that was a lot more simple than expected. All the videos I saw made it seem like it was pretty bad. Once you get everything disconnected, it just twists right out. There is the carbon filter right there that everyone takes out. Might as well take it out as well. Apparently it's just a Americans emissions thing. So we'll take that out. We'll get this pipe all cut down to size so that it fits in there good, and then start mucking everything else up. Alright guys, there is the charcoal filter that was removed. Lots of wires, or not wires, hoses, and everything to disconnect. If you look in this way, you probably can't see it. There's a bracket right here that has 2 bolts. One's easy to get to from this side, the other one's behind this shock. It's a little bit harder to get to. They're 10 mils. Pop those off. It's got this plug, so apparently we're gonna have to get like a paper clip and jump that so that the check engine light doesn't come on. So we'll work on that, get it all taped up and waterproofed. Don't think I needed to take the tank off, so I've actually put the bolts back in. We're gonna get the tank reinstalled. I think I'm gonna try and put this little lower tray back in that holds the battery, and then we should be able to get everything else worked in. This is the crank breather tube, so I'm gonna integrate that into our little homemade intake system and everything. I might just drill a hole in it and shove this through the metal because it doesn't need to be airtight since it is just a breather. So we'll start figuring out all that out, get this tray reinstalled, and then probably run to Home Depot because there is a little shield that I want to put on it so that if I am driving it in the rain, all the water doesn't get into the air filter. It'll also protect dust, dirt from getting on the air filter from the back tire. So we'll go ahead and do another time lapse and get the bike put together a little bit. All right, so it's the next day here. Got this all taken apart. I was able to make a little template for a plate to put in here. And so I've actually got that all cut up and painted. So this is basically my plate that I'm gonna put in there. I didn't do too many, or I don't think I did a video of it because it's pretty simple. Just got some cardboard, put it in there until I liked it, and then basically trace that on some metal to make this little plate to protect any kind of water, extra debris, or anything like that to get to the air filter. I've cut down the rubber pipe, and then also the metal adapter pipe that's going into the rubber that will get the air filter to connect to. So I've got all that stuff done. It's over here. So basically I've got metal pipe. I put a little hole in it because there is a breather tube for the head, and so that'll just go in there. It'll sit kind of like this. The air filter will go right here, and then the plate will go underneath. So all we got to do is start putting all this stuff in, and then the bike will be ready to be put back together and rode down the road. I've got the plate in, so this is what the plate looks like. Got the 2 bolts in there. That's where the original airbox bolts into. So that really didn't cost me anything because I had the metal plate just laying around in the house. I also had these screws from a different project. Threw a little bit of Loctite on them both so that hopefully they don't back themselves out. So we'll just give that some time and see, make sure those hold up. But like I said, those are just bolted into the factory airbox holes. So now we're gonna get back in there. You probably can't see it. Yeah, there's the hole for the throttle body and everything. So we'll get the pipe in and then start putting the bike back together. All right, guys, we got everything all buttoned up here. So the bike's all put back together. I was having some issues with it when I took it all apart and started putting it back together. I dropped this tray, and when I was putting it back in, I guess I pinched the brake lights. So every time I'd hit the brake, the bike would die because it would short circuit, blow a fuse. So I had to figure that out. Finally got that fixed. Got the air filter in it. So now it's all ready to go. So we'll do a first start here. It doesn't sound that much different. It's just the intake. When you take the seat off, it sounds a lot better. I did just drive it down the road, make sure everything was functioning right. Make sure you put that paper clip in that plug if you take that charcoal filter out or whatever, but we'll let you hear it breathe. It's a lot louder. You can hear a big difference with the seat off with this new intake system set up. So definitely a lot louder when the seat's off, but here is what the air filter looks like that I got. Just got it from eBay, whatever, because that's what I got the intake grommet from. So basically, you compare it to the Chimera system. Chimera was like 80 bucks, plus you had to pay for the air filter too. So it's like 85 bucks plus another 25 bucks. So looking at least 110. I was able to get the intake rubber, little 90-degree piece for 10 bucks, $5 shipping. So I think that was 15 bucks. Went to a local exhaust shop. They actually just gave me a piece of exhaust tubing, 2 inches, because that's what it needed for free. So I didn't have to pay for that. And then the air filter, I believe, was like 10 bucks on eBay. So got the air filter from eBay, got the little 90 degree from eBay. So I think I'm in at like 25 bucks compared to 110 bucks. Such a small motor, there's probably not that much difference in power wise compared to the Chimera system. So that's kind of why I went this way, is because they're both going to be better for the bike, but there's probably not that much difference. And if so, be a small fraction. And this was less than a quarter of the price to go this way. So that's why I ended up doing it this way. Pretty happy after just one ride, you know. Haven't got too much seat time in it yet, but gonna start looking into other mods, maybe like an exhaust system, new pegs, shifters, the shifter, the foot brake, things like that. Not too thrilled with the stock setup. But yeah, that's basically the first performance mod that we've done to this bike, is that intake. But yeah, enjoying it. Think I might be doing some sprocket changes. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. Appreciate you watching till the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below on what you want to see done to the Benelli next, and we'll catch you next time.